Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Sunday, which means it is time for another Nozz Watches The Adventures of Electric Chinese Batman. In the last episode of Darker Than Black, we had, Electric Chinese Batman hung out with the daughter of a man who went to Fukushima. There you go. He went to Fukushima and met, horrible magic plants that gave off weird spores that made him vomit in his hazmat suit. And now she has the ability to set things on fire with her mind and became a contractor. I did make a mistake last time where I had a failure of reading comprehension, and I thought that a star was a separate thing from a contractor, but no, a star represents a contractor, so she's just a contractor. Okay, I got confused with my eyeballs. Sorry, that happens sometimes. But yeah, now she has pyrokinesis, I guess, and I wonder what her weird OCD thing to recharge her power is going to be. But I guess let's find out, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, and go. Oh no, I can't believe the horrible Fukushima plant died. I wonder what's gonna happen now. So I realized he was probably going to, hell. The Hell Gate or whatever the fuck it was. Now that's just uncalled for. Fucking... Okay, what the fuck is moratorium? Man, if you're burning your bacon to a crisp, and you're fucking up. What is moratorium? Is it some fucking element that we don't know about? Come on, Chinese Batman, we believe in you. So, she's been a contractor the whole time, and something to do with that flower has been keeping her abilities under wraps? Question mark? Research? What? So... what, was he, artificially creating contractors or something? Yeah, by the way, yeah, my file still cuts out the opening, and I honestly, I can't be asked to find a different source. This one's easy. Just follow the link down below. It's the same one I use. And it works. Just keep your ad block on. But turn the ad block off for my videos, Hey, there you go. Mindbreak tag no longer in effect. No more amulet for you, bitch! You're going to Isekai land! Damn, she Isekai'd the truck. Jesus. No more Isekais for anyone. Everyone stays in their regular world. I mean, you're the one with pyrokinesis. I don't know who else it could be. I don't know, girl. The Argentine Coast War. The Argentinians fucking tried it again? I can't believe it. Those motherfuckers. So my boys found a way to artificially create contractors through inbreeding and brain surgery. Yeah, that's on brand. And I bet you one of them was just had a cup of tea. He was like, yes, if I poke at this part of the brain and I rub it against their cousin's penis, there we go, yes. And then I'll put this dinosaur's head on its butt, and there you go, new dinosaur right there. Defective monsters. Jesus fuck mother and Christ, way to write off an entire human being like that, dude. God damn. Ah yes, the National Observatory. I wonder what they're observing. Imagine they look up at the star that just like came in, and it's like, oh yeah, no, that's Tahara's daughter. I recognize that anywhere. That does not look like a fucking that does not look like a fucking observatory to me. That looks like a fucking cloning lab, dude. Holy shit. This man just hooked up to fucking Cerebro. Holy shit. Yes, now I shall detect every mutant. Wolverine, prepare the X-Jet. So, So when they use their powers, they temporarily turn into dolls? That's kind of neat. And or weird. So like they're just artificial contractors. Okay. That's kind of weird. You'd think they wouldn't let those out into the wild. Man, these girls go big lesbian energy. Damn, I can't believe it. They're gonna go home. They're gonna go home, eat some ice cream, and pet their cats. I say as I really want to pet my cat, but she's not wanting to anymore. A contractor is burning everything down. Please get the fuck out. Do not carry any luggage. Oh, that's how they're justifying it. Oh yeah, there's a gas leak. A gas leak that's blowing up cars. Oh, he's dead. Damn, I can't believe the gas leak is... I can't believe the gas leak is airborne. I can't believe it. Holy fucking shit, Mai! There's not being able to control your powers, and then there's that shit! Holy fuck! At that point, just get a fucking sniper rifle! Holy shit! A snub-nosed 38 ain't gonna fucking do anything, Mr. Policeman! Blow that bitch's head off for... Oh, he's got like a fucking like invisible whip. That's what his power is. Oh, that's rad as fuck. Oh, that's rad as fuck. My man just Indiana Jones in this motherfucker. So, how'd you feel about your daughter murdering her best friend and her father? Suppressing them from awakening. So why is she a moratorium, though? He's gotta fold every page in a book. What happens when he runs out of books? That's the real question. Oh man, her brain no work. Her brain fucking fried. Hey, there he is. There's Chinese Electric Batman. I mean, I'd rather you tell us about it, though. Okay, yeah, so he did go to the Hell Gate. And so hers run out, right? That goddamn Paris Hilton preventing people from activating abilities. Jesus. Mindbreakexe. Why? It smells good when it burns. So why did it stop working, though? Like, does it have a half-life, or...? Okay, so you gotta replace it. So why not just put a different seed in? Like, straight up, like, why not just replace the seed? Like, just tell her, like, it's, hey, daughter, I gotta take you to the hospital, knock her ass out, and fucking put a new seed in. He had a flower in his fucking office. He had a flower in his fucking office. He had access. Well, yeah, I mean, what else are children for? Okay, so he did think of that, alright. He just fucked up and couldn't keep the plants alive. Dumbass motherfucker can't even grow a flower, man, shit. Well, I mean, you gotta pollinate the thing before it'll make seeds. Like, that's just like a... Come on now. Jesus. Calm down there, Batman. God. Oh. So maybe if he'd let, like, bees and shit in or something. I don't know. Something to, like, fucking, you know, like... Flowers don't just make seeds out of nothing, dog. Jesus. Electric Chinese Batman versus an H&K MP5. My money's on Batman. So what's the deal with the cat? Can we get, like... Is the show gonna explain what the fuck the point of the cat is? Be very nice if they would tell us. Those men are dead. So he can throw, like, invisible knives. He can make invisible weapons. That's pretty cool. So I guess the real question is, what is the limit of what he can cut, and what can he make? We've seen him make throwing knives and a whip. God, he is just fucking Batman. He is just Batman. Oh my god, you fucking moron. Did you really? Really, my gamer? You fucking showed up? I mean, his research was worthless. It didn't fucking bear any fruit whatsoever, so I mean, like, what's the point? Ooh. Ooh, that's a oof. That's all you get. That's all you fucking get, dog. So this is just gonna be an elaborate murder-suicide, huh? So she just reverts. So when she turns into this, she just reverts into like the time before the fucking. She reverts to before the thing was put in her wrist. That's actually pretty neat. She just mentally stuck as a fucking 6-year-old. It's on fire, moron! Congratulations, kid, now you're a full orphan! Jesus. Why did he even try to fucking, like, do that? Like, why would you take your eyes off Electric Batman? Like, if that was me, I'd be like, oh, old man going for a knife? Or the fucking guy who's a living taser? Who do I go for? Who do I shoot? I don't know, maybe the old man that can't fucking do anything. It seems like Mai knows exactly what she's doing. I guess she's a contractor now. So how does this end? Like, she's an orphan. Not only is she an orphan, she's a walking gas leak. But at least she seems to have control over her powers now, so what was the whole point? The whole thing was like, moratoriums don't have control over their powers. It looks to me like... Damn, I can't believe Maya just fucking became a contractor anyway. So, that's a little weird. I'm not a gigantic fan of that, but I'll explain why after. It's still neat, though. I count at least 5. I count at least 5 you've killed, girl. That's quite a few. So is she gonna be a recurring character, or is she gone after this? Oh, South America. You're going to Brazil! So, alright, so she's just gone. Never seeing her again. Yay! It's very shiny. Is this gonna be a character that remains? Who knows? What's our cast of characters? So far seems to be Batman and no one else. And also the cat and the old guy. It's really hard to get attached to anyone in this show because they either die or just fucking leave. Like, and that's kind of annoying. That's actually kind of annoying. Okay, so, this episode. So I do like this episode, for the most part. There's just some minor issues that I have a bit of an issue with. And maybe, and the first one is just personal preference. So, like, this one right here, this is personal preference. The show doesn't have any permanence to its cast, and I'm not sure I like that. Like, right now, like, our main characters that we have to work with, we have Electric Batman, the cat, and the old guy. And I guess the cop as well, but they more serve as an almost an antagonistic force, and they barely even like register as characters. Honestly, the old man barely does. Like, it seems like our cast of recurring characters is very 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 small. Like, everybody else, everybody that we shows up, we get introduced to and we get to interact with, they either die by the end of their arc or they. Okay, my cat's just going in the closet, making a bit of noise. Whoops. They either, like, die as soon as their arc is done, or they just leave. Like, fucking Mai quite literally got sent to Brazil. Like, it's a little annoying. It's very, very much not the way that I would prefer the show do its thing, you know? Like, it's a little annoying. I would prefer, like, even if she didn't, like, show up every episode, but, like, every now and again, just, like, Chinese Batman come in and be like, hey, how you doing? You doing okay? Like, anyone, like, burned to death recently? Like, you good? You good? Okay, cool. Like, you know, like, I don't know, it's a little frustrating, it's a little annoying. Other than that, though, there is one thing I do feel that is actual storytelling problem. And once again, you could disagree, because that's the thing with it. Listen, like, a lot of stuff about this is subjective. I'm not a big fan of a show like this that has very little in the way of exposition. Like, there's very, very little in the way of expository dialogue that's, like, actually goes into like details and tells us how the world works. Like we get like a little bit every now and again. It's like, oh, a star means a contractor. If a star falls, a contractor is dead. If a star shows up, then that's a new one. But other than that, like we've got very, very little to work with. So for them to like spend this entire episode laying out what a moratorium is, how they function, why they're different from normal contractors, and how, due to their scuffed upbringing, they'll never be contractors. And then at the very end, for no reason, I mean, the reason as the reason as given is she loves her daddy. Like, the power of friendship and this gun I found, she becomes a contractor. And the people in the universe are like, oh, that's fucking weird. Oh, well, you're going to Brazil. Because not our problem anymore. Like, I feel like in a show where the world is not well explained and the only explanations you get are when a character needs something explained to them, for the show then to turn around and be like, aha, you fucking moron, there's an exception to this. And it's a 1 in a million, and we're going against everything we've done, and this is the only example of this thing you've seen, so this one time you've seen this thing, there's an exception. Like, it's really, really annoying. Like, if you're going to use a character to demonstrate a fucking facet of the world, fucking use that character as a facet of the world. Make them typical, like, of that facet. Do not make them, you can't make them special, but then use them to explain the typical thing. I think that how this would have worked better is if this arc had been a little bit later, like, and maybe we'd had one that had a moratorium first, and it ended with the moratorium not becoming a contractor, and Electric Batman having to put them down. Because, I don't know, they were fucking burning down villages or some shit like that. And he could just have a thing of like, man, I really wish I hadn't had to have done that. And then, when the whole thing with Mai comes out, you've got him trying to make everything kind of good, he learns that she's a moratorium, and you can have a moment of him being like, oh, fuck, this is happening again. And then at the very end, when he's getting ready to like, okay, I guess I gotta just... He's racking the slide on his electric Glock. Like, she awakens to herself and becomes a proper contractor. He could be like, well, fuck, I didn't know that could happen. And everyone could be like, yeah, no, that shouldn't have happened. She's going to Brazil. Like, you know what I mean? Like, especially since, like, contractors, for the most part so far, like, every contractor we've met has been typical. They've got their power, they've got their limitation, and they've got the price they need to pay for using their power. It's very typical, and we've got enough examples now that we can establish safely exactly what the fuck a contractor is, how they function. This is our one and only example of a moratorium, and this one hit different. You know what I mean? Like, it's very, very annoying. Other than that, though, I do really like this show. Really like this episode, though. Like that aside, like those gripes aside, Tahara, like acting the way he did, it very much. I like the idea of a desperate father desperately trying to prevent his daughter from becoming, well, honestly, a freak of nature as far as society is concerned. It's very, I don't know, it's very good. It's very, like, I don't know, it's very neat. And also kind of shows that he's a little short-sighted. Like, even to the end, he was short-sighted, you know? Like, it's like, I don't want her to live this life, I would rather she fucking die. I would rather cripple her forever using these seeds and keep her continually crippled than allow her to access her contractor powers and live a full life. And then when he realized that he couldn't do that, he was, even at the very end of his life, he was like ready to like fucking stab her to fucking death. Ironically, the thing that fucking like saved her was the fucking bad guy that wanted to kidnap her and fucking experiment on her, having his pet contractor kill him to death. Like, it's bleak, it's grim, and it shows that despite all of his good intentions and how much he loved her, he is still a flawed human being that's extremely prone to making bad decisions. And that tracks the whole way. Like, everything you look at him, he's making bad decisions. And while it would be, like, your more standard, like, fantasy thing to be like, oh, he made the good decision in the end. No, he didn't. Because this seems to be a pretty grim show. You could say it's quite a dark show. It's a bit darker than the standard shows you could do. Perhaps it's darker than the standard black shows that you would see. Yes. By black, I mean black in tone. Shut up. That's a stretch. I know. I'm reaching super hard for that. Do not just let me have it. It's cool. And even then, like, you get to see like a little bit of like Electric Batman's character, where he's, you know, he emphasizes with her, and he thinks that Tejada did nothing but make bad decisions. And you know what? Electric Batman's right. It works. I like it a lot. I think like most of what's shown in this episode is done very, very well. I would say that the one thing that I would say is unambiguously handled poorly is our antagonists. They showed up at the end of last episode, they had a little thing in the middle, and then they died at the end. And we didn't really get like that much of a thing. Like, what was this company? Like, they were researching something about contractors and like preventing contractors from waking up or making moratoriums or something, and they needed Tejada to do it, and they were willing to kill him for it. The guy with the ability to cut everything using invisible weapons, that's cool. Like, but like they didn't really feel like they didn't really do anything, you know, like they were there, but they didn't do much. Like, I feel like they were a little bit wasted, but I guess if the idea of this show is for it to be an omnibus, you don't really need it, because, like, unless that company comes back later and is, like, a major antagonist force, I guess you don't need it, but it does feel like there's some things just left, like, unsaid that probably should be said. I don't know. Like I said, if this show was just doing its story in an omnibus, like, format, okay, fine. I'll just have to adjust my expectations when it comes to world details like that. That's fine. But yeah. Honestly, right now, I'd say that, like, on my big old Nozzometer, once again, with 5 being horrible and unwatchable, 0 being so bad it's fucking hilarious, and 10 being perfect, I'd say we're definitely riding, like, on at least, like a 7.5. Like, I'm not, like, always a gigantic fan of omnibus-style shows, but this one's doing a lot of shit really good. We're missing a lot of environment information, and some stuff is not gotten across very well, but all in all, we're doing pretty good so far. This is a pretty decent show right now. Pretty good. Pretty fucking bueno. Yeah. I don't know. That's all I gotta say. It's a decent episode, decent show. Fuck me, I wish they'd just give more information. God, even if they just, like, it sat down, Chinese Batman just looking right at the fucking screen and going, like, okay, Fucklechucks, here's how Darker Than Black works. Like, even that, like, I'd fucking just, I want to know how things work. But, yeah, that's all I gotta say. Like, let me know what you guys think of this down there in the comments. Whether you like it, you dislike it, or you want to bring up something I left out, because that's entirely possible. Oh boy. Remember to like, comment, favorite, subscribe, share on social media, tell your friends, hit the share button down below, share on the Facebook and the Twitter and all whatever. Like, straight up, tell your friends, because oh boy, YouTube's on some shit. Yay. And if you want, you can always support me on Patreon if you want to support the channel, like, directly. The link to that is on the end card and on the description, and there's a list of all the people that keep the show up and running on that end card. There's some other rewards involved with supporting the channel, but those are all listed. I'm not going to get super into them, but one of them is you get to help dictate, like, what comes on the channel, so hey, there you go. But yeah, big thanks to those people for basically keeping me alive in these troubled times. Oh boy. But yeah, anyway, so everybody, I will see you in the next video, but most importantly of all, become a trash mammal today, and I will see you a rune